Hello everyone, welcome to Lukmaan IAS. This is the DTRS session, Daily Takkar Rapid Series. What we are doing in this lecture series, we are daily discussing 10 quality MCQs based on today's current affairs. And today is class 51. The lead topic for today is the country that is in news, Niger country in Africa. We are aware that there was a military coup and that's why the country is in news. We will discuss the first MCQ based on this topic and the remaining 9 topics and 9 relevant MCQs. But before going into today's 10 MCQs, let's discuss today's quotation. Daily we are discussing one quotation, right? And yes, we hope that it is helping you in preparation of essay as well as ethics paper. Also, it is helping you in personality development also. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Benjamin Franklin. So, we are reading this particular quotation since childhood. And yes, we can use this kind of quotation in our essay as well as ethics paper whenever we talk about education sector. And if you, let's say there is a case study, you mention this particular quotation in that answer to that case study talking about educational reforms that are needed. And investment in the knowledge pays the best interest. So through this quotation, the writer is trying to say that when we invest in the education or gaining knowledge, what happens is it provides returns in future, and these returns we can say are very high as compared to other kinds of investment. Let's say for example, you are investing more money in daily, let's say government is investing more money in daily livelihood generation schemes, like for example MG Narega. And if we compare that to the investment in education sector for any government program, let's say Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan or simply whatever the government schemes are there related to education. So the best returns that particular investment is going to have is investment in education, because those children in future are going to be the productive human resource for the country, and the productivity of that human resource will be more when they are highly skilled, educated. If they are not educated, then their productivity will be less, and that's why the contribution to the overall economic growth of the country will be less. And that's why it is being said that the more and more investment that the country does in education sector, in future they will reap benefits of that investment with very high returns, we can say. So it is related to education sector. And yes, one can also think that in personal life also the knowledge, and we can say that if suppose we are gaining more and more knowledge in our personal life also, for professional aspects also, that is going to help in future. Let's say learning any new skill related to your profession, so that is going to help you in future for professional growth, professional career. This is also applied to individual. Fine. Okay, let's talk about today's 10 topics. Okay, these are today's 10 topics, and let's go in details of them one by solving MCQs. First MCQ is related to Niger country. Yes, it was recently in news. Why? The reason is military coup. So we are asking question related to geography or mapping point of view, but you can see that match the following type of questions are being asked, the places in news, but the country completely is in news. That's why we are asking information based question here. We will see the map also of Niger country. It was former colony of France. Now this is correct statement, and this got independence in 1960 along with other neighboring nation Nigeria. Nigeria was the colony of England or Britain, we can say. Okay. Now Niger river originates from Niger country. Now this is not correct statement. Why? Because the Niger river originates from Guinea. Okay, so the Guinea, this particular country is located west of Niger. Okay, as the name Niger is derived from the Niger river. ये आपको पता होना चाहिए, ठीक है? And Nigeria, the country, other country, neighboring country also has this name from Niger river, as this river is flowing through those countries, and then it drains into Atlantic Ocean through Gulf of Guinea. Okay? So this is incorrect. First one is correct. The Hausa people, who are basically the Muslim ethnic community in Niger as well as Nigeria, they are the largest population group in the Niger. Okay? So yes, this is correct statement, and that's why answer is only 2. Some additional information related to this country at present, that is the coup that is going on here. Few reasons that has been stated, that the government has been some partial in terms of export of the important resource, that is uranium. The 7% of the world's uranium resources are located in Niger. Remember this year's prelims question related to Democratic Republic of Congo. So cobalt resources. So like this, 7% of uranium resources are located there, and most of these resources are exported to European Union countries, especially France. Okay. So whatever the military coup that has happened, the military rebels, they are having some kind of support from Russia. They are pro-Russian, so that's why it is in news. The text and context page, very good article is there in the Hindu newspaper regarding why this coup has happened and all these things. Okay, so B is the correct answer. If we can expect such question from geography perspective only, such kind of developments that are happening in North Africa, Western Africa and Middle East and West Asia region, we can say geography mapping perspective, it is very important for us, right. Let's talk about next. Look at the map also. Briefly I will tell you the map and other aspects. Okay, so neighboring countries, you can see Nigeria is located here, and the neighboring Burkina Faso and Mali, already these two has faced several coup attempts in last 2 years. Then from north Algeria is there, then Libya is there, on this side Chad is there. You can see that Lake Chad, some part of this Lake Chad is also shared by Niger, then some part in Nigeria, then we can say Chad. So these are the countries. We are aware about Lake Chad being dried up because of climate change. ये भी पूछा जा सकता है आपको, right? So the neighboring countries. Let's talk about next MCQ. It is related to Pradhanmantri Scheme. Okay, so this particular scheme is related to providing scholarship. Pradhanmantri Yashasvi. So Young Achievers Scholarship Award for we can say that what we can say for, just a moment, let me see the full form. Many times it is factual in nature. Right. So Young Achievers Scholarship Award Scheme for Vibrant India. Scheme for Vibrant India scheme. Okay, so about this scheme, basically it is providing pre and post metric scholarships to OBC communities, denotified tribes, so DNTs, and we can say nomadic tribes and economically backward. So it is not for SC and ST. It is not for SC and ST, it is for OBCs and NTs and EBCs categories, remember. And it is being implemented by Ministry of Social Justice. Okay, Ministry of Social Justice, not by Ministry of Education. So this is incorrect. First one is correct, and that's why answer here is 1 only. Okay, answer here is 1 only. Fine. Now you are. Next question, it is related to the festival of Adiparakku. Okay, festival of Adiparakku is celebrated in Tamil Nadu by Tamil people. Okay, remember this. And the first statement is celebrated by Chenchu tribes. Chenchu tribes are located largely in Telangana region. So to worship Mother Nature in the form of Amman deities. This is true, but not by Chenchu tribes, Tamil people in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so we can say it is incorrect. This festival is celebrated to show gratitude to the monsoon and to honor life-sustaining properties of water. This is also true. Second statement. Okay, so only 2 is correct. This is very important festival, and the prominent, let's say, celebrations are there especially in some of the temples like the one in Srirangam, the island formed by Kaveri river near Tiruchirappalli, that particular city. And what is the name of that temple? Sri Ranganatham temple. Okay, Sri Ranganath temple. Remember, Sri Ranganatha Swami temple in Sri Rangam, very famous, and we can say there can be specific question related to this temple also. So B is the correct answer here. Right. Let's talk about next. Okay, description and the protected area is asked here. Let's talk about this. Right, this tiger reserve is surrounded by high plateaus and hills. See, whenever we talk about description, we have to identify key points or key information, and on the basis of that we have to identify the location. The highest peak being the twin peaks of Khairiburu and Meghasini. So one may not remember this. The tiger reserve also comes under Mayurbhanj elephant. Now Mayurbhanj is the district in Odisha. So what I can eliminate now is Nameri and Pakke, because they are not from Odisha. Now I will be having confusion between Satkosia and Simlipal only. ठीक है, तो क्योंकि ये ओडिशा में है, right? Now let's talk about further. It in adjacent Hadgar and Kuldiha Wildlife Sanctuary. It is home to variety of tribes like Santhal, Bhumija, Bhatudi, Gondas, Mankidiyas, Saharas. Now recently Mankidiya tribes in Simlipal region, it was in news, and from that link you can mark Simlipal. Mankidiyas, one of the most backward let's say tribal community, Mankidiyas, and the Vedanta plant that was being implemented in Odisha. ये सारी चीज़ें आपको अगर आप background जानते होगे तो you can easily link this. Simlipal Tiger Reserve is being described in this paragraph here. Okay, A is the correct answer. So why it was in news? Special task force is being let's say implemented by the state government to protect the tiger there from illegal poachers. Okay, Simlipal Biosphere Reserve is there also, National Park is there, and Simlipal Biosphere is also included in World Network of Biosphere Reserve of UNESCO. Now G20 Empower Tech Equity Platform. As the name suggests G20, तो ये G20 को कोई एक group of we can say specialist group होगा, उन्होंने ये launch किया होगा, and it is talking about tech equity program. Tech equity is it is talking about the private sector and promotion of equity or simply equality, gender equality, women leadership, empowerment, उससे related है. So platform is launched by G20 Alliance for the empowerment progression of women's economic representation. This is true. Recently there was a meeting of this grouping and this particular platform was launched. Now it aims to accelerate women's leadership and empowerment in the private sector across G20 countries. So this is also true. So both statements are correct here. C is the correct answer. Right. Let's talk about next. Yes. The statements are related to Zharth. Okay, what is this Zharth? The Ziki Transient Facility Augmented Reality Transient Hunter app. Okay, now what is this facility? Basically this app is very helpful for those who are, let's say, in astrologists, okay, professional astrologists, or we can say that casual stargazers with the help of telescopes. It is going to help those people because this app or simply the smartphone can be attached to the telescope, and this app will provide a much more important information about the transient what you can say space object simply, and that's why it is important. An app used only बोला गया है यहाँ पर for commercial purpose, no, for simply casual stargazers के लिए भी ये useful है और applied है. We can say this is incorrect. Its data is updated daily on a daily basis by Ziki Transient Facility. This is true. This is correct. So that astrologers and those who are using this, they are updated on daily basis. It developed by National Aeronautical and Space Administration, NASA. This is not correct. This is developed by a group of, we can say, astrologists and the experts from California Institute of Technology, USA, California Institute of Technology. So we can say this is incorrect and only one statement is correct here. Okay, remember this, right? Fine, let's talk about next question. All right. So FMR FIR modality. What is this FMR FIR? Basically, this particular technology is being used by UIDAI, this authority, statutory body, to prevent fraud in Aadhaar enabled payment system. Basically, it is helping to reduce misuse of technology so that this Aadhaar enabled payment system remains foolproof. Okay, so this particular technology is being utilized by UIDA. Remember this Aadhaar enabled payment system. So whatever the fingerprints we have, this fingerprints, any kind of tinkering with that fingerprints, if suppose any person is misusing that data and trying to have such Aadhaar enabled payment through that misuse of data of fingerprints, then that can be identified with the help of this particular technology. Okay, fine. Again description based, but now this is the historical personality is asked here from the description. Okay, so which personality is being asked here? He was the social reformer, folk poet and writer from Maharashtra. He was Marxist, Ambedkarite, Mosaic, and was initially influenced by the communists but later became the Ambedkarite. He is credited as the founding father of Dalit literature and played vital role in Samyukta Maharashtra movement. He was Annabhau Sathe. Okay, Annabhau Sathe is the prominent personality who contributed, or we can say that the founder of Dalit literature. And recently, the Telangana Chief Minister had said that he should be given the Bharat Ratna Award. Okay, that's why it was in news. Annabhau Sathe was Ambedkarite. Largely, he participated in Samyukta Maharashtra movement also. He was born in Dalit family, and the kind of life he led, this was inspiration for that life became inspiration for writing whatever the literature he has written related to life of Dalit people. So this became a kind of motivation for Samyukta Maharashtra movement also. Okay, so D is the correct answer here, right? Voyager spacecraft mission. Yes, it was in news because recently NASA had actually lost the communication with Voyager 2 mission, and recently it had again re-established that communication with Voyager 2. Joint initiative of ESA, European Space and NASA, not correct. It is sole initiative of NASA itself. Okay, so it is incorrect statement. It aims to extend the exploration of solar system to its outer planets. We are aware about the outer planets, those beyond the Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. They are the we can say outer planets, but this is not the aim. Rather, its aim is to go beyond solar system and explore the neighboring planets. So we can say this is incorrect statement. Now this is the only spacecraft to have visited all 4 gas giant planets. This is true, we can say. Voyager mission is to explore the planets, or we can say nearby planets outside our solar system. There was no objective to reach any particular planet, but simply that goes in the outer direction from the Earth, exploring different space we can say bodies, space objects. Now, how many statements are correct here? Only one statement is correct related to this project Voyager. All right. Last question. Yes, recently this Great Nicobar infrastructure project was in news, and because of that one should remember that Great Nicobar is having some important protected areas like Great Nicobar Biosphere Reserve, which is also part of World Network of Biosphere Reserve maintained by UNESCO. There are 12 such Biosphere Reserve included in this, from India, there are total 18 biosphere reserves in India. Out of them, 12 are included, and one of them is Great Nicobar. Only one biosphere reserve in Andaman and Nicobar. There are total 9 national parks in Andaman and Nicobar together. 9 national parks. Okay, and 7 are there in Andaman group of island and 2 are there in Nicobar or Nicobar group of island there. So, which are they? The Great Nicobar, Galathea Bay National Park and Campbell Bay National Park. These two, so D is the correct answer here, 2 and 3 only are part of Great Nicobar, and because of that infrastructure project, these two are going to get affected. The biodiversity, the flora and fauna will be affected because there will be felling of trees and deforestation for infrastructure building there. D is the correct answer. Fine. So, these are today's 10 MCQs. You can see this map here also. Galathea Bay and Campbell Bay national parks are located in Great Nicobar and the remaining are in Andaman group of island. Fine. Okay. So, these are today's 10 topics and you will find the detailed explanation of these MCQs in the description of the video. Fine. Thank you.